father, my husband and I realized who your father was.
Yeah.
So, what did you learn from him? He's terrific.
She's asking about my father, Bill Geist. He's a correspondent for CBS Sunday Morning. I've learned a lot of things from my dad. Not directly. He's a Midwesterner. He's not a big talker, emotive guy. He's got a great personality. He's funny. But he's not the kind of guy who's going to sit you down and put his arm around his son. This is the way the world works. So you kind of have to just watch over the course of your life. Taught me how to write, that's for sure. But I think the biggest thing he taught me is never, ever, ever take yourself seriously. And that's a great lesson in life. He is a writer at heart. He's on TV now, but he started as a columnist at the Chicago Tribune, Suburban Trib, then at the New York Times. And he was plucked, he was writing, it's called the About New York column for the Times. And Don Hewitt, the guy who started 60 Minutes, read my dad's column, called him up one day and said, hey, you ever think about doing this stuff for TV? And my dad said, no, never, not once. So he said, let's shoot a pilot and see how it goes. So they shot a pilot based on one of his columns. It went well, and they hired him, and he became a TV guy. But the reason I tell you this is people who start in TV tend to have a let's say a good impression of themselves. They think of themselves very highly. My dad is, now that I've been around these type of people in my career, I look at my dad, boy is he the opposite of that. He's got no assistant, no entourage. You know, people in our building have 8 assistants, and everyone's running to a car and they're staying at the fancy hotel. My dad gets on a plane by himself every week, flies to some little corner of the country, finds a story, comes home, writes it up, puts it together. No fanfare, no nothing, doesn't ask for anything. So I think he's beyond the performance side, which is writing and a good sense of humor, just how to just stay even keel, and I think that's the best lesson.